সালাম আলাইকুম, আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি আজকের আলোচনায়। আমরা আমরা বেসিক্যালি হচ্ছে যে যে বিষয়টা নিয়ে কথা বলবো সেটি হলো ও লেভেল কেমিস্ট্রি, তাই না? তো ও লেভেল কেমিস্ট্রির ইন্টারেস্টিং পার্ট হচ্ছে মানে কতগুলো জিনিস আমাদেরকে একটু আগে বুঝে নিতে হবে, তারপরে আমরা হচ্ছে ও লেভেল কেমিস্ট্রির আলোচনায় যাব। তো আমরা যারা এই সাউথ এশিয়ান আছি, বেসিক্যালি হচ্ছে কেমব্রিজটা বেশি ফলো করা হয়, আর কিছু স্টুডেন্ট রয়েছেন ইডিএক্সএল। আমরা আজকের আলোচনাটা হচ্ছে রিলেটেড টু ইডিএক্সএল। তো বিফোর গোয়িং টু ডিসকাশন রিগার্ডিং দ্য ইডিএক্সএল, আমি কতগুলো কথা একটু বলে নিচ্ছি, বিশেষ করে বাংলা ভাষাভাষী যারা আছেন তাদের জন্য এই ক্লাসটা, এবং আমরা হচ্ছে পরবর্তীতে ক্লাস শুরু করব। এই ইন্ট্রোডাকশনটা বেসিক্যালি হচ্ছে বাংলা ভাষাভাষীর জন্য। তো এটি হচ্ছে আমরা যে জিনিসটা খেয়াল করব সেটি হচ্ছে যে আমরা যারা বাংলা ভাষাভাষী রয়েছি, আমাদের একটা প্রবলেম রয়েছে। সেই প্রবলেমটা কি? সেই প্রবলেমটা হচ্ছে আমাদের একটা ফোনেটিক্স রিলেটেড প্রবলেম রয়েছে। As a student of মানে O level and A level, you should have to learn the correct phonetics. আপনি যদি কারেক্ট ফোনেটিক্স না শেখেন, আপনার ও লেভেল এ লেভেলের সার্টিফিকেটের ভ্যালু, আপনার যে ইভালুয়েশন, সেটি অনেক কমে যাবে। মানে when you are a student of O level and A level, then you are going to compete globally, not in within the Bangladesh. You are going to compete globally. So you have to understand that your English should be in that standard. এখন আপনি যার কাছে পড়বেন, যে টিচারের কাছে পড়বেন, সে টিচারের যদি স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ওইরকম না হয়, সে আপনাকে দিতে পারবে না। কারণ একজন ঘুমন্ত মানুষ আর একজন ঘুমন্ত মানুষকে জাগাতে পারে না। সো ইউ হ্যাভ টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড রিগার্ডিং দিস ইস্যু। দিস ইজ দ্য ফার্স্ট অ্যান্ড মেজর ইস্যু। আপনি ও লেভেল কমপ্লিট করছেন মানে আপনাকে ধরে নিতে হবে ইউ আর গোয়িং টু কম্পিট গ্লোবালি। এত কষ্ট করে ও লেভেল পড়ার তো কোনো দরকার নাই, এত টাকা পয়সা খরচ করে ও লেভেল পড়ার তো দরকার নাই। আপনি জেনারেল লাইনে পড়লেই পারতেন। কেন আপনি পড়তে আসছেন? বিকজ ইউর ড্রিম ইজ বিগার, your plan is bigger, your expectation is bigger. You are going to do more for the society, you are going to do more for the global community. সো আপনি যদি গ্লোবাল কমিউনিটিকে কিছু কন্ট্রিবিউট করতে চান, কিছু দিতে চান, তাহলে আপনাকে ওইভাবে রেডি হইতে হবে। আপনি যদি রেডি নিজেকে না করতে পারেন, হাউ ইউ উইল প্রোভাইড? সো নাম্বার ওয়ান পয়েন্ট। নাম্বার টু পয়েন্ট, all subject matters related to your syllabus should be understand gradually, slowly and methodically. এটা আপনি কোথায় পাবেন? এই সবগুলো আমরা এখান থেকে অনলাইনে প্রোভাইড করব। এডিএক্সএল এবং ক্যামব্রিজের কথা বলছি, ও লেভেল এবং এ লেভেলের। তাহলে নাম্বার টু গেল, এই জিনিসটা নোট নোট নিয়ে নেবেন, এইগুলো একদম একদম মাথার মধ্যে ঢুকায় নেন। নাম্বার থ্রি, যে জিনিসটা আমাদের লাগবে সেটি হচ্ছে যে এই কোর্সের উপরে একটা ম্যাসিভ স্টাডি লাগবে। আপনি 1-2 ঘন্টা পড়ে ও লেভেল পাস করবেন, ওই পাস করা দিয়ে ও লেভেলের সার্টিফিকেট দিয়ে আপনার কোনো খাওয়া নাই, লাভ হবে না। কারণ ইউ হ্যাভ টু কম্পিট গ্লোবালি। মাথায় রাখেন, ইউ হ্যাভ টু কম্পিট গ্লোবালি। সো ইউ হ্যাভ টু প্রিপেয়ার্ড ডিজিটালি, মেন্টালি, ফিজিক্যালি, সব দিক থেকে। আপনাকে ডিজিটালি যেরকম এক্সপার্ট হইতে হবে, আপনাকে ওই রকম মেন্টালি সার্ভ হইতে হবে, আপনাকে থিঙ্কিং অ্যাবিলিটি থাকতে হবে। এগুলো গ্রো করবে কিভাবে? গ্র্যাজুয়াল প্র্যাকটিসের মাধ্যমে। তাহলে এইটার নেক্সট পয়েন্ট কি? নেক্সট অ্যান্ড লাস্ট পয়েন্ট টুডেজ ডিসকাশন, যেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা তারপরে শুরু করব। নেক্সট পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে, নেক্সট পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে যে আপনাকে অবশ্যই একটা সিস্টেম ফলো করতে হবে। If you want to achieve the bigger achieve bigger result, or the big result, or the good result, or the best result, then আপনাকে একটা সিস্টেম ফলো করতে হবে। এই সিস্টেমটা আমি ক্লাসে বলে দেবো যে কিভাবে সিস্টেম ফলো করবেন। বিকজ আপনাকে এই জিনিসগুলো, অনেক কিছু জিনিস রয়েছে যেগুলো আপনাকে মেমোরাইজ করতে হবে, আর আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড করতে হবে, মেমোরাইজ করতে হবে, ধরে রাখতে হবে। কেমিস্ট্রি এবং ফিজিক্স এবং বায়োলজির ক্ষেত্রে, বিশেষ করে কেমিস্ট্রি ফিজিক্সের ক্ষেত্রে যে প্রবলেমটা হয় সেটি হচ্ছে আপনি আজকে পড়লে কালকে ভুলে যাবেন। এই যে ভুলে যাওয়ার প্রবণতা, এইখান থেকে বের হতে হবে আমাদেরকে। বের হওয়ার জন্য আমাদের একটা সাইন্টিফিক টেকনিক রয়েছে, হাউ ইউ উইল মেমোরাইজ কেমিস্ট্রি, হাউ ইউ উইল মেমোরাইজ ফিজিক্স। এবং এই আরেকটা ব্যাপার হচ্ছে যে লং টার্মে কিভাবে আপনি মনে রাখবেন। একটা জিনিস আজকে শিখলেন, এই শিক্ষাটা আপনি লং টার্ম ধরে ধরে রাখবেন কি করে? কারণ মানুষের মেমোরি এখন এত বেশি, মানে মেন্টাল ডিস্ট্রাকশন রয়েছে, যেটা ধরে রাখা খুব কঠিন। So we will follow a scientific method by which you will be able to memorize for the long-term memory, or you will be able to process the data from the short-term memory to long-term memory. কোনো ডেটা যদি long-term memory চলে যায়, ওইটা আর কোনো প্রবলেম হবে না, আপনি মনে রাখতে পারবেন। নাও দ্য সেকেন্ড প্রবলেম, রিকল করা। আপনার মনে আছে কিন্তু আপনি সময় মতো মনে করতে পারছেন না। দিস ইজ দ্য অ্যানাদার প্রবলেম। কিন্তু মাথায় রাখেন, আমি একটা সূত্র বলে রাখি, এটা নিয়ে পরে আমরা ডিসকাস করব। সেটি হচ্ছে রিকল। রিকল রিকল ইজ দ্য মাদার অফ লার্নিং। তার মানে আমরা যদি আরো এলাবোরেট করি, রিকল পাওয়ার ইজ দ্য মাদার অফ লার্নিং। I hope you have understand. Okay, now we are going to start our O-level class regarding on the basis of key Edexcel. Okay, so we are going to start from the basic point of chemistry, and today our class will be conducted from the basic level. I hope it will go a long way to understand you. I know well you have learned the previous content or subject matters as well, and it will go a long way to understand this course materials. But the thing is that before going to start my O-level classes, I want to review the basic points of chemistry. Why? Because these basic points of chemistry will help you to understand the critical point or the critical or tricky questions, and you will achieve the power to answer the critical and most critical questions, which will be uh, available in the exam, or we have seen in the past year exams questions. So if we want to solve that types of tricky and the basic problems or basic idea related tricky questions, then you have to understand the basic points of chemistry. That's why we are going to start from the basic level of chemistry, so that you will have the crystal clear and vivid pictures of chemistry. There will be no problem at all to understand the chemistry if you understand the basic point. So we are going to start from the basic level of chemistry. Okay, now our today's class is related to few questions and which are related to the chemistry basic. Without learning these basics, we cannot move forward for learning or for understanding or for having the crystal clear and vivid pictures on the chemistry. Okay, so we are going to start now. We are going to start from the first slide. Let's see. Okay, O-level and A-level chemistry. We are conducting O-level and chemistry from our website. Our website is www.masbury.org. You can learn or solve your academic problem from anywhere of the globe, any part of the universe, regarding the Cambridge and Edexcel curriculum. Okay. And if you visit our website www.masbury.org, then you will get the all data here available, and the registration form and the all process are available there. But you can also call us on our WhatsApp number. I'm going to write the WhatsApp number so that it will help you to understand that this is 0 plus from the anyone from the any part of the universe can come in, can reach to me. This is 8888 plus 88018545500184. This is my WhatsApp number. You can reach to me, or you can visit my website to get the details data, and you can also get the more information regarding O-level and A-level curriculum and English medium school curriculum and English version curriculum. Not only that, we are also providing the more academic content or academic support from our website that is related to the job preparation in the context of Bangladesh, and also for the freelancing or the online jobs related training program. So all this is the website, that is www.masbury.org. It's a multi-dimensional and multifunctional website that will go a long way to not only to achieve the academic support, but also in terms of extend your horizon to earn or to provide the global to provide the support to the global community. So I hope you have understand, and all the teachers related to this website are following the IPA International Phonetics Alphabet. So if you understand, or if you learned, or if you hear this contents material, this is also a go long way to improve your phonetics, because we are covering IPA, and all the teachers are using this. So the listening power, as a result of your listening, regular classes listening, you will get the crystal clear and sound and the solid or the correct phonetics phonetic support as well, including your subject matter. And in this natures or these rules are provided into all the subject matters that is related to physics, chemistry, math, biology, English, and English. So I hope you are you have understand clearly what are the supported or what are the available contents or what are the matter that is related to this subject, and we are providing this content, or we are providing this support uh, as a live class, one-to-one class, and also group class. So depending on your capability, depending on your time frame, you can join to our any classes. What I have said, you will get one-to-one class. If you require one-to-one, then you can go for that. You can join our combined class, that is group class, or you can have our record class. So in all contexts, you are available, or contexts or the process are available here. You will receive as per your requirement, as per your time frame, as per your basic understanding, as per your capability. But one more thing is most important. In all cases, you will get the live teacher support for solving any types of problems regarding the any subject that will be conducted from here, or that will be registered by you from to this site. So there is no problem at all. When you are going to register to this site, you are getting the not only getting the recorded classes, or the live classes, but also you are getting the teachers also, and to solve problem. Just have a pictures of your content problematic contents and post with us, and that will reach to you to solve the problems. It may be in two dimension. We can reach to you through our video lectures, or we can have a live session to solve your all academic. And all the live classes are interactive, so the learners can take place and they can ask question to me, so that they understand their problems, they can solve their problems, and have a massive or a gross crystal clear vivid pictures for the subject matter that had been registered by him or her. Okay, then next class we are going to understand the next class subject, please. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to delete this. Okay, the question, first question. What is the first question? You can see here. The first question is question one, from the chapter of atomic structure. I want to remind you that I am going to discuss on the Edexcel chemistry, and going to discuss from the basic level, that is basic point of chemistry, that will help you to understand the subject matters or the whole syllabus, or having to have the crystal clear and vivid pictures on chemistry. I hope you understand. Okay, now the first question came from the chapter, that is atomic structure. Atomic structure should be pronounced like this. Okay, the next, what is the question? The question describe the structure of an atom in terms of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Got my point? Read the questions again. Describe the structure of an atom. Describe the structure of an atom in terms of protons, neutrons, and electrons. I mean, you have to describe, you have to provide the definitions of atom with respect to electron, proton, and neutrons, that is the fundamental particles. What is the fundamental particles? Fundamental particles are the particles which are related to electron, proton, neutrons. That is, in other words, we can say that the electron, protons, and neutrons are the fundamental particles. What is electron, proton, neutrons? We will discuss later. But today, just remind that, keep in mind that the fundamental particles are three fundamental particles. The only three fundamental particles, that is electron, protons, and neutron. All other particles are divided into different subclasses or subgroups. So the fundamental particles of the universe. Fundamental particles of the universe is electron, proton, and neutron. Keep in mind. Fundamental particles are electron, proton, neutrons, and all the matter, all the materials, all the components, all the things that you see around yourself, and the things that you cannot see, are composed with these basic particles. This is fundamental particle, this is basic particles, that is principal particles. Okay, what are the names? Basic particles, fundamental particles, principal particles. Got my point? Okay, now we are going to discuss understand the answer of these questions. So we can from what we have learned from this slide, there are three fundamental particles, and all the universe, the whole universe is composed with these fundamental particles. There is no other particles regarded as fundamental. These three particles are the fundamental particles. All other particles are divided into different subgroups. Okay. Now next slide. You can see here. Next slide. Answered. We are getting the answer of that question. Answer: an atom consists of a nucleus containing the protons, neutrons, and surrounded by the electrons that are arranged in cell. Okay. Now let's try to understand what is saying the answer. Answer is indicating that an atom consists of nucleus. That is, we can say here this is an atom, and this is the nucleus. And nucleus, a nucleus থেকে the distance between the nucleus and the first circle is the first orbit. This is the first orbit. And then আমরা যদি এরকম করে আরেকটাকে, if we draw another line, then you can see here, this is the second layer, and this way these so will be continued. An atom consists of nucleus. This is nucleus. It's a nucleus containing protons and neutrons and surrounded by the electrons. So neutrons and protons contains in a nucleus. So where neutron and proton are lying within this nucleus. So neutron and proton is here and surrounded by the electron. That is, electron stay here, this here. This model is known as the Rutherford model, and as per his explanation. There are certain development and the changes of this model has been happened. We'll discuss these types of issues in later with respect to your syllabus. But today, our basic consideration is that an atom have an neutron and formatted with the nucleus, and nucleus contains neutron and proton. Nucleus contains neutron and proton. Keep in mind, nucleus contained neutron and proton. An electron is moving around the nucleus, and the layer at which the electron is moving is known as cell. Simply cell. This one is the first cell, and this one is the second cell. Cell, we can define it like this. Cell, CEL, first cell. It also known as energy level, denoted by K, L, M, N, and like this. Okay, got my point. Now the protons, we'll have a details discussion later. Okay, protons are positively charged, so keep in mind that protons are p contain plus charge. Neutrons have no charge. That is, neutron has no charge, 0, and electron has negative charge. The number of protons in the nucleus defines the element and is equal to the atomic number. Keep in mind, for an atom, the total number of atomic number equal to proton number. So another things we have deducted here. What is this? Proton number equal to electron number. Keep in mind, proton number equal to electron number. It implies that an element should contain equal number of positive charge among equal number of negative charge. So ultimately, an atom contained 0 charge. Why? Because an atom contained 7 positive charge equal to 7 negative charge. Plus charge among minus charge neutralize one another, catabolize one another. As a result, the ultimate or the gross charge of the atom becomes 0. So if we think that the sodium atom, it means that sodium, we know the atomic number of sodium is 11 as per the periodic table. So sodium contains 0 charge. What is the atomic number? পারমাণবিক সংখ্যা বা atomic number, বাংলায় আমরা বলি পারমাণবিক সংখ্যা, but this is called the atomic number. Atomic number equal to proton number. Proton number equal to electron number. So আমরা এখানে মনে রাখবো, we will keep in mind atomic number equal to proton number equal to electron number. These rules will be applicable only for atom. Keep in mind, these rules will be applicable only for atom. These rules will be applicable only for atom. Like sodium atom. Sodium atom has 11 proton number. Sodium, in case of sodium, we can delete here. Take a small example, that is nitrogen, equal to 7. So atomic number equal to 7. Proton number equal to 7. Electron number equal to 7. So ultimate charge is 0. But if we go for sodium, we'll have sodium 11 equal to proton number Pn equal to 11. Atomic number An equal to 11. Electron number En equal to 11. But in case of sodium ion, this will be changed. We'll discuss later, and just keep in mind that this equation will be changed in case of sodium ion. So we'll understand these types of changes or the formulas or the secret tricks related to the sodium ion when we will discuss the ions. In that time, we learn the sodium ion. Okay, just have a mind picture of sodium ion. The rules will be changes. Okay, the next, the electrons occupy energy level around the nucleus with the level hiding a maximum number of electron 2 in the first and 8 in the second. So we will now understand these lines. What is the meaning of these lines? These lines implies that first orbit. I hope you all know this, but we are reviewing so that it can help us. First orbit equal to হচ্ছে 2, number of electron 2. Second orbit, number of electron 8. Third orbit, number of electron 18. How we can calculate? We can calculate these types of total number of electron for the energy level or energy cell or simply cell by using a formula which is known as Bury formula. What is this Bury formula? This is 2n squared. N equal to number of cell. Then in case of, if then n equal to 1, then this is 2, that is first orbit. If n equal to 2, that is 2 into 4 equal to 8. If n equal to 3, then 2 into 3 squared. This means 2 into 9 equal to 18. Got my point? So we have understand here. This is the explanation of the answer. We have discussed line by line so that you can understand this. It is not important to memorize line by line, but it's most important to understand so that you can write freely. You can write the chemistry from your concept. You can write the chemistry from your memory. For this region, you have to continue. You have to continue, or you have to learn gradually. You have to learn gradually, and you have to keep in mind you have to recall again. So this is the basic rules of chemistry. You should understand this. Now we are going to the next slide. Okay. Just wait. Learning is always boring process. Keep in mind. Learning is always boring process. Keep in mind. But if you are able to control your mind, this is not a boring process. You have to recharge yourself. How will you recharge? Every day I will teach you, so that you can you feel much more interest than others, or you can have a strong focus on your study. Or you can deviate distractions. Today we are in the world of so many distractions. We cannot read, we cannot learn, but we can do all. We can do all, but we cannot learn. We want not to learn. This is our problem. We cannot we want not to read, but we want to watch video. This is the time. So in these times, this is it is not possible to have a strong focus without controlling your mind. So we will learn step by step during our class session how to control mind. Okay. Then I'm going to the next session slide. Here you can see there. Then at Chrome it gets already. Yeah, this one. Question 2. The periodic table from the chapter of periodic table. Now the questions may be arise. All the basic things from the atomic structure is completed as I am going to the periodic table. No, actually not. But I'm discussing from the different chapter. When we will focus or we will start covering the chapter 1, then we will go strongly from the chapter 1. But today's class is the basic from the different part of the books. Then related to that second question related to the periodic tables, all these questions are very much important for having a crystal clear basic of the chemistry for the Edexcel students globally. So students or learners from the different part of the world can understand this and can teach this and can learn this. When you are going to learn, you should keep in mind that you have to recall it. So learning process will be much more concentrated, or your brain will guide you to focus strongly in this under this plan. So before going to sit for study, you make plan yourself. You have to, what the things or the components you will learn from this video, you have to recall it. You have to recall it to answer the questions that will be that will be faced by you during examination. Okay. The next question is the periodic table related from the periodic table. Explain why elements in the same group of the periodic table have similar chemical properties. You know, in the periodic table, there are columns. There are columns and rows. If we go, I mean to draw where I can show you maybe. Okay, minimum scrutiny. I can show you. I hope you have studied the periodic table, so I am not going to review in details. Just it is little focus on it to recall it. You can see in the periodic table there are these types of column, there are these types of column and these types of rows. Okay, these are column. So column goes from this direction and row goes to this direction. So we are getting two types of component. One is column, another is row. Got my point? Okay, then we're going to the next slide again. You can see here. Okay, okay, you can see. Okay, this one. Okay, explain why elements in the same group of the periodic table have similar chemical properties. What is chemical properties? What do you mean by chemical properties? Chemical properties are the properties that shows by the component, that shows by the component chemically. When you are going to treat the chemical behavior of a component, then you will see the elements residing in the same group shows the same chemical properties. Same periodic table, same group, same properties, same group, same properties, same group, same properties. Keep in mind, same group, same properties. What is group? Group is the vertical, longitudinal row column. That is, in case of periodic table, we will say this is group. That is column that I have shown you earlier. Huh? Okay, the same group, same chemical properties. Keep in mind, same group, same chemical properties. Okay, next slide. Now the answer. We will try to understand the answer in details so that you can easily memorize. One more thing to keep note, the complete note or solution book is available here. We provide this, and the first year questions solution also provide, we also solve. So you do not have to worry regarding this, and all the notes are exclusive. So you can also take these notes here from here. The all registered person will get the access to download the notes and videos. Now, elements in the same group of the periodic table have similar chemical properties because they have same number of electrons in the outermost cell. The element lying in the same group will have same electronic configuration. Keep note. Elements lying in the same group will have similar electrons in the outer cell. This one, this one, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose this column has 4 elements. So these all four elements will have the same chemical properties. Why? Because the number of electron in the outer cell. Which one is outer cell? This is electron, this is nucleus. First orbit, second orbit, third orbit. Which one is outer cell? This one is outer cell. In other words, this is nucleus, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit. Which one is outer cell? This one, outer cell. So what we have learned here from here, this slide, elements lying in the same group will have the same electronic properties. Why? Because the total number of electron in the outer cell, will remain the same or is the same. That's why. So you have understand the reason. This similarity in the electron configuration means that they react in similar ways with other substance. For example, all alkali metals, group A is also known the metallic group, have 1 electron in the outer cell. That is group 1. Group 1 will have all elements in group 1 will have the electronic configuration, and all elements have 1 electron in the outer cell. This is why the elements have been kept in the group 1. We'll also have a picture discussion on the periodic table and gradual discussion when we'll go to the chapter in details. So this is clear. What you have learned from this slide, you have learned electrons of the same group is equal for all element. This is number one. Number two, elements of a group have been kept because the total number of electrons in the outer cell is equal. Clear? This is two basic principle. Now, next slide. You can see here chemical bonding. This is one of the chemical bonding. Today, our discussion is basic point. Is on basic point, only basic point. Chapter, basic chapter, and chapter from the chapter we have selected the basic topics. And next class we will also extend it. What is chemical bonding? Describe the difference between ionic and covalent bond. Now we have to understand chemical bonding definition যদি আমরা যাই তাহলে if we go for the definition of the chemical bonding, we'll understand that elements or the atoms binding with the central atom, the energy which binds the element to the central atom is called the chemical bonding. We'll understand it in with animation in details later. But now keep in mind that the energy, the amount of energy that is binding the element to the central atom is chemical bonding, and the total energy is known as bond energy. Clear? What is bond energy and what is chemical bonding? You can have an example to understand this. C CH3 methane, CH3, this one. All the 4 hydrogen atoms are connected to the central atom carbon, and this bond is formed with the sharing of electron. If the bond is formed with the sharing of electron, is known as covalent bond. Now the question, what is sharing of electron? Sharing of electron means the two elements participating to the formation of bond will provide equal number of electron. That means carbon provide 1 electron and hydrogen provide 1 electron, and the bond will be formed by this way is known as covalent bond. And the another question is ionic bond. When any bond formed from the formation or deformation or shifting of electron, you can see here sodium donate at number 1 electron and convert it into sodium ion. Sodium ion, তখন এটা কিসে পরিণত হয়? What happened? Then sodium becomes sodium ion. In case of formation of sodium chloride, we can see here this types of mechanism is conducted here. So sodium release at electron, that is sodium ion plus E. Chloride, that is chlorine, receive at number 1 electron, that is chloride. Then a plus charge and a minus charge combine together and form sodium chloride, and we consume it, or we will use it during our different purposes, during completion of different purposes. So I hope you have understand what is chemical bonding. What we have learned from this slide, the energy, the incident of binding an atom to the central atom is the bonding, chemical bonding, as you see earlier, just now. And the energy that is used to bind the electron together is called bond energy. And there are different types of classification of chemical bonding on various points of view. But the basic covalent bond, ionic bond, coordinate covalent bond. Just keep in mind, the basic bond are covalent bond, ionic bond, coordinate covalent bond. But today's discussion related to covalent bond and ionic bond. What are the basic bonds classification depending on the different observation? Chemical bonding are classified into different terminology, different ways. But the basic is there are three types of bond. Which one? Covalent bond, ionic bond, coordinate covalent bond. Beside this, there are so many bonds. We'll learn later. There are so many bonds which also exist in the world. So the basic, what is the basic bonds? Basic bonds three. Number three. Number one, covalent bond. Number two, ionic bond. Number three, number two, ionic bond. Ionic bond has another name. That is electrostatic bond. Clear? Ionic bond is also known as electrostatic bond. Keep in mind. Then coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond is different types of bonds. When the issue is come, we will discuss. Okay. Now the what is covalent? What is covalent bond? Covalent bond is the formation of sharing of bond. That is, suppose two friend A and B is going to form business of 100 taka. Sorry, 100 or let's some 100 crore. And they decided that the amount capital required for the business 100 crore will be donated by both of them. So A will provide 50 crore and B will provide 50 crore and total 100 crore. This is the sharing of fund to form the business. Now same thing will be happened into the formation of covalent bond. Here you can see carbon and hydrogen atom. Carbon atom is providing one electron and hydrogen atom is providing another electron. Both the formation for the formation of the bond, both element or both component or both atom has contributed equally. So this types of bond is known as covalent bond. What is ionic bond? When electron is shifting from one atom to another or releasing electron, or the bond is formed on the basis of electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. This bond is known as electrostatic bond. Shifting of electron, what will happen in case of electrostatic bond or ionic bond? Electron will shifted. Charge will be produced, and the bond will be formed between the attraction of the opposite charges. So the bond energy or the bond strength will depend on the amount of attraction between the two elements. This is known as ionic bond. In case of ionic bond, as I show you a few minutes earlier, sodium atom is releasing an electron and converting into sodium ion. You can see. And chloride ion oppositely receiving an electron and converting into negative ion. And the sodium ion and chlorine are forming the bond depending on their attractive force. This is types of bond is ionic bond. So I hope you can understand. Now what's all about today's class. Next topics will be discussed later and in our next classes. In next basic classes, we'll continue around 30 basic class for chemistry, and then chapter-wise discussions and the question paper. Hope you understand. The students from the different parts of globes can join with us. So all are requested to solve your academic problem from home. There is no problem at all. You can read here from online, and all the resources and regarding the subject matters are already available. So just get registration, complete registration, make payment, get your ID, start your class. I hope you have understand.